indicators are in positive territory or close to positive territory, much better than 2 years ago. So it seems very likely that the worst is behind us, things are getting better, and most importantly, the public is beginning to realize that things are getting better. That's good, because when that happens, employment starts to drop, then everybody out there is going to realize that there are some great deals out there in real estate right now.
Is another thing happens to be that for any of us that have anything in the stock market right now, as that keeps doing its major fluctuations, you know, as it's down, you have nothing. At least in real estate, in a lot of cases, you can rent the property out. You know, there's a lot of things that you could do. If you had to move and something changed and you haven't totally lost your money, you can do something different. You know, you can rent it out, you can sell it. There's a whole lot of possibilities, whereas we keep watching the volatile stock market, and that's not much fun either. I think real estate is a way better bet today.
Well, you know, a few years ago, speaking of the stock market, it did fall below 7,000. Prior to that, it was as high as 14,000. So for a while there, it lost half its value. We're back up to between 11 and 12,000. We're more than halfway back from where we were in the depths of the stock market fall. And I think that's one of the indicators that I was talking about, that people are feeling more comfortable about spending money, and that the economy is actually turning the corner, or has turned the corner, and is getting better.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think no question. You know, kind of shifting around a little bit again to what we kind of call our quick picks, and this time we started with quick picks, so we'll kind of get back to it. You know, one of the ones that I think is always an interesting property to talk about, and unfortunately we haven't gotten it sold yet, it's on Kaanapali Highway. It's over 3,200 acres, listed at $17.5 million. A lot of people here know it as Erawan Ranch, and Erawan happens to be nowhere spelled backwards, but really an absolutely amazing property that goes up 4,000 feet to just above the observatory at the top of Haleakala. It has an older Tudor-style home on it. There is so much about this property that if anyone is in, you know, I mean, I think it will at some point become a development parcel, but I think for right now it's going to be someone land banking, and for 3,276 acres, 17.5 million, unbelievable value.
Unbelievable. That's a great piece of property. Can I just throw out a starter vacation rental property that I just relisted recently in Kihei, the Walanakai. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, unit 105, vacation rental property that's in a complex that only has 10 units in it. So it's a very quiet little property. It's a small ohana that of owners that own there. They have a swimming pool. It's right about 50 yards from the ocean, and at $299,000, it's a great little buy.
That is a great buy, and it's also a good one for someone to live in. You know, so I think again, as starting properties, if you're here and working a lot and you don't want to have to take care of something, a property like that, where you're at the beach, you've got a swimming pool that everyone uses. And it is, when you've got only 10 owners in a small complex, that really is an ohana. That becomes your ohana,
yeah,
so it is great.
It makes it easier for people to agree. When you when you own a complex that has several hundred people, it's a little bit harder to turn the ship, as it were. But with 10 owners, your homeowners association is a little bit more nimble. That particular property actually does have a couple of people that live there full time, and they love it there. It's a great little spot.
You know, another property, Casey, that I think is kind of doing an interesting turnaround at the moment, or, you know, getting a fair amount of activity, is at Kapalua, the Bay Villas. And I noticed you had a price adjustment on building 30, which has got to be the primo building in the Bay Villas.
It's a great little spot. It's a ground floor, 2-bedroom, 3-bath, direct ocean front. And the thing about this building is it kind of sits out towards the water a little farther than the other Bay Villa buildings. And what does that mean? That means that your view out to the ocean is unobstructed, obviously, but as you look to the left and look to the right, when you're looking out at the ocean, you don't have as many buildings and rooftops in your view plane as you would, say, in another building. Building 30 is actually a really good building, at $1,695,000. This 2-bedroom, 3-bath condominium in Bay Villas is a great buy too.
You somewhat hang out over the water, which is really a fabulous, fabulous location. You know, Casey, believe it or not, we are winding down. We've probably got a minute and a half left here. So is there anything else? I mean, there's so many things that we think about that we're going to chat on. I mean, remember, check out our website. I mean, we're hoping that some of you are thinking real estate. You're going to call us, talk with one of us, but go to sakamotoproperties.com. There's a lot of information on there for you. You can get a lot of information on our properties. Call us at 808-669-0070.
If you
Or
want to
Casey.
if you want to talk to me, 808-264-5362, or send me an email, Casey@enchantedmauihomes.com. I'd love to hear from you.
Well, again, I think a nice happy Halloween to everyone. I think it's time now that we all start getting ready for Thanksgiving. I don't even want to think the Christmas holidays yet.
The holidays are on us. When you pass Halloween, that means that the Christmas holidays are on us.
It does mean it, but Thanksgiving, I think the next time we're here, Casey, we've got to talk about Thanksgiving, and let's start off thinking about that today, what we have that we should give thanks for, and what we can do to help other people that don't have quite as much. Let's take care of everybody. Here we got Danny Couch back. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.